Hello, hello. I see we got the mortgage boss. She's already in here. Welcome back to the pharmacy with N. Allen RX. Tonight, I'm going to be talking to you guys about this fentanyl crisis. I think it's kind of serious, guys. They're talking about it everywhere. It's more prevalent in certain communities, but it's kind of a big deal for people to be out here really just like using this like just for recreational use is dangerous. As a matter of fact, it's deadly. It's deadly. I think 2 milligrams. That's all it takes to take a life. And a lot of people out here just using it recklessly. Tonight, I want to ask you guys a few questions. And the main question that I would like to get your opinion on is who's to blame for this? Because at some point, which we're kind of starting to see it now, they are starting to they're cracking down on it, right? And do you blame, we don't want to victim blame, but I mean, it's kind of like, what do you do? Okay. Or do you blame the sellers, the street pharmacists, I don't know what they call themselves out the cooks. Do they say cook when they, because I think the way this thing works, the way they have fentanyl in the tablet form out in the streets is coming from Mexico, it's coming from China, it's coming from India. They don't really cook that per se. These people, when I tell you they are smart, like to be able to even make something like that, it's kind of a big deal. But anyway, I got the mortgage boss in here with me tonight. That's my fellow podcast mate over on the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast, Christopher Williams. Thank you for showing up over here tonight. I'm over here on my own channel tonight in Allen RX. We're going to be doing the pharmacy talk tonight. So, guys, just think about these things. At some point, I want you guys to make sure you're getting active in the chat. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. So, is it poison or is it an accidental overdose? Do the people who are purchasing these drugs on the street, do they have a reasonable expectation of, you know, that what they're paying for is what they should be getting? Like, is that realistic? Because when I think about the whole process with pharmacy, right? When the drugs, they come from a drug manufacturer. There's a whole like chain of custody along the whole way from when the drug is made, when it goes to the warehouses, to the ships to the pharmacy until it goes through our hands and it gets into the right patient that needs it. It's so many like checks and balances along this whole way. Like there, especially narcotics, especially these controlled substances, oxycodone, oxycontin, those drugs, fentanyl. And the thing about the fentanyl is it's so dangerous and it's just so crazy to me is this drug when it's used in the retail pharmacy setting, it's in a patch and it's in micrograms, okay? And it's going through transdermally, it's going through several layers of skin. It's like all kinds of barriers to like slowly release these micrograms into your body, right? And people are out here, I think they snorting it, they taking it by mouth, they're shooting it up, they're doing all kind of things with this fentanyl, okay? And it's just mind-boggling, okay? So who's to blame? Or can we blame anyone? If you purchase a pill on the street, you go to your dealer, your drug dealer, right? Your street pharmacist, and you say, I want to get some Percocets, right? Or you want oxycodone, because nobody wants the extended release. They want the immediate release, that instant high, right? And they give you a pill. It looks like something that, your grandparents had because they're taking pain medication, right? It looks like something that they've had, but it's different colors, right? Most of the time, the manufacturers they make their drugs a certain it has a certain marking on it. It's a round white pill with the M on it. That's what it looks like across the board, right? They don't usually change the look of the pill, okay? But This one is pink. This one is yellow. This one has a dub something else on it besides what, what's technically approved by the FDA. You take the pill, right? You don't make it. And they go in, they investigate, they find out that instead of getting Percocet or oxycodone, you have fentanyl taken by mouth. It's mixed with caffeine, or this fentanyl tablet is laced with what else are they putting in? Tylenol. They're doing, but it's this other it's like some kind of veterinary, some kind of what is it? Xylocaine? Some It's a drug that's a pet med. Well, really like for horses. And human beings are taking these tranquilizers. It's like I think they call it trank, right? That's one of the many names of this drug out on the street. And you die. Is it your fault because you thought you were getting something else that you weren't prescribed, right? Or is it the dealer's fault? I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos tonight too. I have a clip from CNN where the DEA is supposedly cracking down. Don't cancel me, YouTube. The DEA is supposedly cracking down on these fake pills, right? That are coming in from the south side, was the south border, right? And coming in by the like they have them in powder form, they have them in pill form, and they're coming in thousands of pills at a time. But we're gonna get to that. And just again, let's see what you guys. I want you guys to ask questions in the chat. I want you guys to, let me know what y'all think about this. Mortgage Boss, she's saying hey again. She said she wants to hear about all the celebrities dying. I think it's this. And like I said, can they have a reasonable expectations? Do they have a reasonable expectation? Do they know they're getting fentanyl? Because some of them might just want to try it. Because to be honest, each thing is just a gateway drug to the next thing. If we're gonna be honest, that guy from The Wire, we don't know if he, all these people have these random heart attacks. All this, it's crazy. Michael Jackson and the propofol. Who even knows Prince and his pain? I don't want to talk about Prince. Y'all know I got my own ideas about, but yeah, I just are they really think? Do they really think that they're getting something else, or are they just trying out the next deal? Because it's like, okay, I need to upgrade my high, because after a certain amount of time, a person builds up tolerance after they've been taking these drugs. And to be honest, fentanyl is only supposed to be used like strictly under the supervision of like a healthcare provider. That means like with your prescription through your doctor and your pharmacist, because the doctor they make a diagnosis, they write the prescription. We still are policing the drugs. We still are doing good faith dispensing, which is when we check the drug, like to make sure that you are on time, you're not early, you're not, the doctor is giving you sufficient amount of medication. That means they're not giving you too much, or they're not giving you too little, because sometimes they do need to upgrade you, or they do need to change it to a different form of this drug so that your pain can be managed. So we have to, be aware of that kind of stuff when we're reviewing your information. So we have good faith dispensing. We have all these checkpoints in place, but you're just going out in the street and you're just going calling Joe. Or, I guess they used to back in the day, but you're just, they have a bag of pills. I don't know if they have them in their pockets or like where they keep them or how that works now. Haven't been watching a lot of TV lately, but it's like, okay, yeah, that's I need oxy or whatever they call it. Oh, I had to look this up too, because even though we're pharmacists and we're like, the official drug, people or whatever, we still have to know like the street names of these drugs. So I had to look this is all kind of new to me, the way they're doing this fentanyl on the street. So let's see some claims that this drug is known by. Jackpot, Murder 8. Who in the world would want to take a drug that's called Murder 8? Like, you already know what time it is. What is this? Tango and Cash. I thought that was kind of cool. Goodfellas, Apache. They really make like, yeah. Okay, Dance Fever and Friend. So it's like you got those. What you say? I need a friend. A friend? Like, it's like, what is a friend? Is it a drug? Is it a homie? Is that all about? So those are some of the common names that this drug is known by on the streets. They've been getting it on Snapchat. Throughout this research that I've been doing these past few days on like how this fentanyl is moving in the streets and how it's getting in and out the country, because we don't have any way to make nobody that I know of or any information that I've seen where they're manufacturing this in the drug. I'm in the United States. It's all coming in from outside sources. It's all been smoked from, don't cancel me, China, Mexico, and India. Those are the main places they say they smuggling them in. And all these emojis on Snapchat, how you can order them on there. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Parents, y'all need to make sure y'all talking to these kids. We need to go back to, who was it, the Reagan administration? Just say no. Just say no to drugs. Don't take anything from anybody because you have no idea what's in there. And it's not even that much fun in the world to be having to lose your life. Okay. Christopher Williams says, mortgage balls, that is a great question. We're going to have to get into those. And I might try to do a little bit more of those because someone said that before in a previous stream that that they want to hear about the death of the celebrities and their overdose and drug usage. So I'll try to do a little bit more research on those and bring out a little bit more content on that kind of stuff. Mortgage Boss says, what is the first step? How did this suddenly become a thing? I like source of this, but I imagine after this whole opioid pandemic, people started building up tolerance, and that's when you've been taking the drug so long, or you have so much of it, all your receptors are, well, your pain receptors are used up, and you need something else. You need something stronger, like that's really like give you the high you're looking for. So next step up, they've taken out heroin. This fentanyl is even like I think it's 50 times. Was it 50 times stronger than heroin? What? What? And people are still trying it. They're dying every day. 100,000 people died of fentanyl overdose last year. 100,000. Fentanyl. And just keep in mind, this is, like I said, I use it the way we have it in the pharmacy in the retail setting is in microgram patches. Okay, microgram a patch. Okay, in the hospital setting, they have vials. I'm not sure exactly how it comes in the hospital setting, but just a little small vial, just a little bit like a anesthesiologist under some person who went to school for 8 years and probably another 8 more who is handling this drug. Okay, this is for severe chronic pain. This is for like cancer pain, and if you use it like after some kind of post-op or some type of procedure, it's still under the supervision of a doctor in the hospital. You're not coming home with liquid fentanyl. Okay, you're not doing that. That's not happening. So for people to be out here like really like taking it of their own free will, it's already a problem. Like that's dangerous. Like I said, micrograms, 1,000 times. That's not milligrams, micrograms. Okay, and you're taking it by mouth. You snorting it. You putting it in your arm. Like who does that? Like stop it. Stop it. Mortgage boss said, "I don't know, girl. I don't know, girl. Murder A sounds like a night I won't forget." Miss Mississippi. Yes, murder A does sound like. Don't try it though. Just say no. Christopher Williams. KT Pretty Brown. She says murder A. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. We need to, when you hear, if you hear your kids, if you hear anybody talking about this type of thing around you, you need to be aware of the names of these drugs because you just don't want to get caught up. Not saying that people should be using street drugs anyway. Don't use anything without a prescription. But if you do, then just know you could be dead. And I don't know if I could even say dead or dying on YouTube, but I'm just going to say it anyway. So be careful and don't take anything from strangers, kids, and adults. But it's a lot of kids dying from this. So, okay, so fentanyl. What is the FDA label indication? It's used for chronic severe pain in opioid tolerant patients. That means these people are like, they have taken everything else. This is the only thing that can help them. This is a patch you put on every 3 days, okay? Every 72 hours. And you're getting micrograms, like small amounts of this drug. Imagine somebody's taking 2 milligrams. It's fatal, period. So it also, what else? Post-op pain. I said that already. Short-term management, daily in the hospital. Um, okay, so yes, I'm gonna show y'all this little video that I had. If I can share my screen, this is a clip from CNN. I don't know how fair use works, but I mean, at this point, like, who cares? Um, so Sanjay Gupta, this is they go inside a DEA lab. They said cracking down on fake pills. I don't know. I watch a lot of TV. Y'all. I watch Snowfall. I watch a lot of stuff. The government I forgot where I was. The government is the government. So I'm gonna play this clip for y'all. I think it's 3 minutes. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but just so y'all can see what kind of work they say they doing to try to, crack down on what's going on in.
He was such a happy baby. Oh my God. He was so happy all the time.
Is it hard to talk about?
No, I love talking about him.
Oh, it was playing.
I talk about him to anybody that'll listen.
Okay.
I loved seeing him on the hockey rink, and I think that was really, really his happy place, where he could just sort of be free.
And this is kind of what I was saying about, like, who's to blame, and to say who's to blame, it kind of sounds insensitive, but should they have a reasonable expectation to get what they are purchasing on the street? You buying something like on a corner or in a back alley. You're not like buying this thing like you're not getting it the legal way. So if you are trying to purchase oxycodone or Percocet or whatever you're trying to purchase illegally on the street, can the person that sold you the drug be blamed for your death? I know a lot. This is a parent on this video, and she's kind of giving her perspective on it. But y'all, let me know what y'all think.
His friends packed up immediately from schools, wherever they were, and came over, and the family started showing up, and I was just in shock. We tried. We're doing CPR, and not a chance. He was long gone. I don't say he overdosed. I say he died from fentanyl poisoning. Truthfully, like at the end of the day, to me, he was murdered because he asked for one thing, they gave him something different, and it took his life.
On a single sad night, November 2nd, Dina's son, Matthew Loudon, became one of the nearly 92,000 fatal overdoses in 2020 alone, much of it driven by fentanyl. Problem is, there's so many of these drugs.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Because, she's a mom, she lost her son. She lost her son. She said he was murdered. What do y'all think? Let me know in the chat. What do y'all think? It's a tough call. For me, it's a tough call because you have to consider the fact that this person was trying to purchase some drug on the street. Should the dealers be going to jail? The dealers should be going to jail anyway because they are doing illegal things. But for like homicide or whatever that is, I'm not an attorney. I don't know like the terminology or what's what. But what do y'all think? We got Genevieve Harris. She says, "How does it affect the body?" We can go into that. I put a little video up. Dottie Girl says, "Hey, R. Allen and Allen. How you doing, Dottie Girl? Thank you for showing up tonight over here on N. Allen RX. Henry was resilient. Hey, Henry. Thank you for joining us. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about that? Like, who's responsible for this? Like, okay, drugs are being smuggled in. People shouldn't be selling drugs, right? That's illegal. It's already a law against that. But as the person who's purchasing these drugs, you're like, well, I paid this, I thought I was getting that. But we don't know what they thought, to be honest. We don't know what they thought because they didn't make it. And they're not here to tell what they thought they were getting. Because I really think that, I think people I think it's gateway. I think it's gateway. I think that the tolerance build up or whatever else they were taking. And you're always chasing the next high, the higher high, if that makes sense. They always chasing the next high. So I think that some of them knew they were getting fentanyl. They knew it. I'm sorry, but they knew it. And they wanted to try it. They did not understand. These people that are making these drugs now, first of all, I think they're geniuses. I think they are geniuses. This is like, just on just on some chemistry stuff. Like to make that, like, seriously. First of all, fentanyl, it is synthetic. It's an opioid. It's not an opiate. It's not found in nature. Like somebody like literally created this thing, right? And the way that we use it, like I said, it's a patch in the retail setting. It's a injection in the hospital setting. These people have found a way to put this in a tablet form, y'all. Like that's some like real sophisticated, sexy. Like if some of these drugs, like they really like how they make them. It's like, man, you gotta have some serious like that's smart. That is smart. So anyway, that's just a sidebar. Like people don't even understand like how these drugs are made and how they like it's so complicated. And for like you to be able to ingest it some type of way in your body, it's like it's amazing. So anyway, these people they build up a tolerance for everything else that was out. So somebody says, I have the fentanyl. What the trank? I have the trank. Do you want to try it? They probably say, yeah. So should the drug dealer outside of like selling illegal drugs, should they be held responsible for taking a life? And really, to be honest, do they even know what's in the pills? They don't know. And those people that's making those drugs, they not like seriously like doing measurements. Like when they make a drug, that's to be sold like in the pharmacy, like actual like legal way. They go through all kind of manufacturing, practices. They have to go through this checkpoint. They have to go through this inspection. It's so many different things. They have to have recall processes in place. They have to have all kind of things ready to go through FDA to get it approved. This is labeling, and it does that. This side effects that. It's so many different things to like get a drug approved, right? When you buy them on the street, they're not doing all that. So they say it's fentanyl, whatever. It could be fentanyl and caffeine, could be fentanyl and some horse medicine. You don't know. Like, and they don't know. Sometimes the dealers may know. I deal with a whole lot of street drugs, but do they know? They don't know. They just know what they got from the distributor. Used to watch a lot of Power and all these drug shows. I love drug shows. Even like doctor shows too, like House. I just love House. He's psychotic, but like I used to love I used to watch that show like all the time. Anyway, what do y'all think? Do they have a reasonable expectation to think that I am trying to purchase oxycodone from you? You gave me fentanyl. I didn't make it. I'm not here to tell my story. So, you got your parents all upset. Just say no. Christopher Williams says, I think the person who buys it. That's an opinion. I just, I think, we have to, there's a word again, accountability, responsibility. Here he says, it's sad. It is sad. It is sad. His mom just sad. She lost her son. He was taking drugs on the street. He's trying to buy drugs on the street. That's just like that Netflix show, The Pharmacist. I mean, his son died, but he was trying to buy drugs. He said he was not. Christopher Williams says he was not murdered. He was not. That's what Christopher Williams says. I want y'all's opinions. Henry says more like self-deletion. He chose. He chose. He chose. Mortgage Boss, she says, I still think that doctor that killed MJ should be in jail. All of it is murder, if you ask me. Morgan Spouse has a different opinion. She has a different opinion. She also says, smash that like button on your way in, guys, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to get on here a little bit more, do a little bit more live streaming with you guys and, kind of interact. We're going to build up a little community over here. So y'all hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. She says she thinks that the doctor, the person, she says it's all murder. It's all murder. She agrees with the mom. Henry says putting the dealer in jail takes accountability off the user. Yeah, it takes two. It has to be a person that wants to use the drug and somebody that's supplying it. And if, they're supplying, yeah. But do you, like I said, the thing of the gray area is, should they, first of all, I'm going to go on into, I don't know what they asking for when they talk to their dealer. Because they could be asking to try the fentanyl. But we don't know because they don't make it. But let's just say, they thought they were getting oxycodone or something like that. And they ended up getting the fentanyl. Is it homicide? Is it? The common sense expert says just say no. Did y'all have DARE and all that in school? Because I did growing up. I think they still have DARE? What was it? Well, McGruff? Is it McGruff? Is that the crime dog? Is that the same thing? I don't remember. I used to remember everything. I don't remember that now. Genevieve says, if you're buying from the corner, you're taking risk. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. If you're buying on the corner, then what you get is what you get. It's on the street. It could be all kind of trash in those pills. They use a certain, the fillers that they use to even build the pills. Like you don't know. It's not any kind of manufacturing inspections in place. They're just making this stuff and sending it in a truck tire over here, smuggling it across the border. I watch a lot of Narcos and stuff too. So just so y'all know, too, Pablo Escobar and what's my other guy name? I can't even think his name right now. But anyway, yeah, smuggling the drugs in. There's no good in anything that's going on with that. You don't know what you end up with. Like, it's all a risk. So if you're buying it off the corner, that's kind of on you. Dottie says, this is a team effort. Sellers and buyers are culpable. Dottie says, blame both of them. It's your fault and their fault. So, okay, we know the person that took the pills, the buyer, they already paid the ultimate price, right? They did. So, what about the seller? Should they go? Well, they should be picking them up anyway. I keep wanting to kind of go off on into that, like, yeah, the seller is a problem, but it's like the seller is a problem anyway, right? They shouldn't be selling drugs. Like, drug dealers is illegal. They already in trouble, right? But it's like, should they get in trouble for not only selling the drugs, but also the murder? That's it. Henry says it's used for pain management and makes you feel amazing. Henry, how do you know? That's what it is true, though. It is. Sellers should be charged with manslaughter if someone dies. Okay, Dottie. Christopher Williams says House is the best show ever. Love that show. Oh my God. I watched that show. I watched the reruns and everything right now. I'm going off on tangent, guys. Yes. I love House. I watched every single episode over like 3 or 4 times probably. So Christopher Williams, me and you, we here. Henry says, respectfully disagree with charging sellers with the manslaughter, homicide, whatever the charge is. Henry, interesting. He says don't charge them. They gotta get charged with like selling though, at least. They got to get that out just off, the strength of like, you shouldn't be selling drugs on the streets. Not trying to act like I'm good at 2 shoes, but I got to do my job. The common sense expert, he says, yes, the dealer should be held accountable. They know the risk is just like a bartender giving a patron too much liquor and they cause a DUI fatality. There's an opinion. LVP, he says, what's up, in Allen? Just stopping by to show some love. Thank you, LVP, for showing up tonight. The common sense expert says, yes, Dare is still in the schools. Okay, Dare. Let me see if I can pull up this other video for you guys. This has nothing to do with really what I am. Well, it kind of does. It's this police officer. They were doing like a drug bust and she inhaled like some of the fumes. Chick went down. Chick went down hard. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Add to the stream. Uh-oh. I'm getting better, y'all. So this is a clip. It's a YouTube clip. It shows the officer overdose after being exposed to fentanyl. Y'all watch this.
Yeah. I got Mike coming.
Do what?
I got Mike coming, so you can take
it's all
one
in my.
over.
It's all in my truck. Yeah. In a bag, in a paper bag. Everything that I've got in there.
Was it opened?
It's a dollar bill.
Dollar bill.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Fucking chest hurts so bad.
Breathe.
Deep.
Breathe.
Inhale deep.
But if you start to look, let me
All
know.
I wanted to fucking say, I just wanted the BD.
Well, you'll be all right. Breathe in through your nose, out your mouth. Hell's gonna kill somebody.
I gotta try and call people in the middle of the night.
Hey,
Breathe.
come on, breathe.
Hit her again. Rodney, she's not breathing. Hit her again.
Is she out again?
Yes.
40 Sunshine County. 3 doses of Narcan.
Can they hurry?
Have you in that exercise, please?
Come on, Mark. There you go. I'm not tired of shooting shit in your nose, girl. You gotta get up.
Let me go grab another one.
I
got one on deck. That's my 2. Have you got another one?
Got another one.
Okay. Depends on how long it takes them to get here.
Whew. Okay, guys. Wow. So that was a police officer. She was just like kind of just in the area. Like they were like, I guess, had a stop and they did a drug bust. She just inhaled like just some of the residue. Like it was on like some money or something like that. And when y'all heard them say hit her again, they were talking about with the naloxone or the Narcan. That's what they use. Like that's to reverse the effects of the fentanyl of the drug. So a lot of times when a patient is picking up a prescription, they're getting some pain medication, right? If they have a certain amount of morphine, like equivalent, if it's a certain amount, we have to offer them naloxone just in case, they do have an overdose. We pharmacists, we have to offer them that option. If they can get it, they don't have to have a prescription. We're not here where I'm at. I don't think they probably don't have to have a prescription anywhere. But so we have to offer them that. If they're picking up a prescription that has a certain amount of the millimeters of mercury, morphine equivalent, we have to offer them naloxone. So that's what they kept giving her. Every time they were saying she was out, like give her another one. That's what they were using to try to wake her up, to like keep her alive pretty much too, like to reverse the effects of the drugs. So yeah, y'all just, what do y'all think? Like people are like voluntarily taking this stuff. Okay. They're taking it. They are taking it. And it's just mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing to me. Henry says, sure, charge them with selling, but not murder or manslaughter. That's the part. It's that part right there. is that part right there. I don't even know. Christopher Williams says, I'm buying pain pills on the street. Wait, one time because working so much, and if something was happening to me, that risk I took, it would be my fault. Okay. Well, that's it. That is crazy. That is so crazy though. Don't ever buy drugs on the street. Yeah, I know it makes me sound like a square and a nerd and a goody two shoes. But like, if y'all knew like how many like how the whole process of first of all, like drug research and development, right? And then getting it approved through the FDA, and then have a whole like manufacturing, company that's gonna handle everything. Then you get the doctor writes the prescription. Y'all know about like the opioid pandemic and what was that? What was that? Rhodes. Is that the pharmacy? That's who was making the OxyContin. Y'all see how that shit went down, and shit went down fast. So, y'all, it's a big deal. And so, oh, well, I'm just gonna try the next thing. I'm telling you, it's gateway. There's no way for us to find out because so many people are dying from it. 2 milligrams, 2 milligrams. That's all it takes. That's a fatal dose. 2 milligrams, right? So that's all it takes. I wish we could find out from the people that if they actually were expecting to get fentanyl or if they were expecting to get something else. Because I really believe that some of them were just trying the next thing. I really do. I'm sorry, whoever, is offended by this. But Survivor Larry, just joining. Love to see you live. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I don't know the last time I streamed. It was probably on the Manjaro. Shout out to the lead attorney. Christopher Williams says, I know that was last time. Is that what I said? I don't even know. Oh, you were buying pain pills on the street, Christopher Williams. Don't tell me that. I'm disappointed in you. Don't just say no, y'all. It's dangerous because you don't know what you're getting. You don't know. I mean, you could still not know, but at least they have something in place to protect you a little bit when it comes to, when it comes to getting prescriptions from the doctor's office or like getting a prescription from your pharmacy. You have some things in place to protect you. If you take a pill and it's something wrong, somebody dropped it, gave you some trash, something, some glass in it, I don't know. Kind of, I feel like things were like that were rumored to be happening a lot, like a couple years ago. But if there's some kind of like, what's the word? Contaminant in it, that's you would at least sue them. You can do something. But if you're just buying it off the street, you whatever you get is what you get. I'm sorry. That's what you get. So just say no. Or you might just want to try some other drugs that's already been, and even that could be a bad batch. Okay. Path Guy 74 just joining. Good seeing you live. Yes, Path Guy is always commenting on my shorts. My shorts. You should check out my shorts, guys. It's good to see you here live as well while I'm live. Should I drop the link? Do y'all want to come up and talk about it? Because I don't know what we're gonna say because I don't tell me about your fentanyl and your drug stories and your overdose survival. Well, I would like to hear about it if y'all do have stories, but I understand if you don't. But this fentanyl situation, it's I just can't understand it. I can't understand it. And it's a lot of kids. It's a lot of kids. I just saw some article about some kids, like 4 of them in Texas, just like this week. You look at those pills, they look like candy. But they try not to make them look like that to deter kids from it, to deter animals. But these are not legal drugs. They get smuggled in tires. And in body cavities. I saw something like that. They got them in the prisons, in the jails. They put them in their shoes. Some woman had 70 pills in her body cavity. 70. I feel like it was more than 70. But after they got him out, they had to take her to the emergency room because she was trying to smuggle him into the jail. And They had to she had to still go to the hospital, and some of them fell out. Oh my God. I don't know if y'all do watch Narcos, because I do. When those drugs, like when they burst, the balloon or whatever they use to put them in the car, however they smuggle them, you dead. I'm gonna just tell you, is it worth it being a mule? Y'all tell me. Path Guy says the street fentanyl can be laced with other stuff. One never knows. Yes. Caffeine, Tylenol. What in the world is the name of this? I wrote that down somewhere. I had it. The what is it? The Xyla? Is it I need to look that up. It's some kind of animal tranquilizer. It's for pets. In my store, we only do pet meds. That's the real meds for humans. So I can't think of it off the top. I cannot think of it. What in the world? I need to look that up. I really it's bothering me now that I don't know it. So yeah. It's laced with all kind of stuff. And then they got okay, it's called Trank. Like that's what that one is. That's laced with whatever that is for this pet meds, right? And they use it, then it kind of turns a person into like a zombie. Their skin is all nasty and scaly, and it's dead on top. And somebody lost a finger I saw somewhere, and they didn't even know finger just was off. This sounds like TV. This doesn't sound like real life, but it is real life. And people are just taking it. And you think people are just taking it because they like to have fun? People are taking it because they're chasing the next high. It's gateway. It's gateway. And I think they're on to the next thing. I think they are. And like I said, how are these kids already have a tolerance for Percocet, Molly Percocet, all that? You can't take fentanyl with that kind of stuff anyway, because it's all what is it? SIP 384? It's like I can't even think of anything tonight. It's late. But anyway, so those inhibitors, those they make those enzymes, they make the drug work better. You can't take certain things, can't take certain things with grapefruit juice. All that stuff matters. And you out here just all dilly taking fentanyl by mouth, shooting it up, snorting it up. I don't know the common form mechanism of action, however they use it. You just that's just so crazy and reckless and dangerous, guys. And people are dying, Kim. They're dying. Avi Kamina, he has arrived. He says deals only a leave every now and then. A leave, yes, and even not too much of that because it could ruin the gut, lining up your gut. What's your opinion on dealers? Should they be charged? Why would you ask me that? I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion. I think the dealer should be charged with dealing. And the reason I say that and not the murder homicide part is because you're already taking a risk. You know it. You know it. And we don't have anyone that's going to come back and report this, but I think some of them wanted to try. They wanted fentanyl. I think they did. I don't think that they were just, oh, well, I want to try. I want to get some oxycodone. I want some more Percocet. I don't think I think they were upgrading. I think they were scaling up. I think they wanted a different high because people are taking it. It's just enough that they are getting the high and they're not dying. So I think that a lot of them are trying it. So I don't know. I don't think at this point we can charge the dealer with anything other than dealing the drugs. That's what I think. Because really, all of it could be poison, to be honest. You take too much of any of these pills, it could be a poison. That's the thing about these drugs. Take too much Tylenol, take too much of Aleve, take too much of any of it. It's all, technically could be a poison, right? So Are they gonna get us? They're gonna come get the pharmacist? Because we, fill your prescription and your doctor wrote it for, however many dollar audit. We just filled it. And we made sure that you were on time. We made sure, you got your correct directions. We made sure that you're taking it. We gave you the instructions as, what's appropriate for you. That's what we do. But if you go ahead and take the whole thing at one time, is that my fault? I don't. So because we will never know if the people who didn't make it, if they actually wanted fentanyl. Because I still say you're purchasing illegal drugs on the street, period. Right? But I know as a parent, some of these people, they want somebody to blame. And I can understand that. But that's just how I feel about that. Dottie Girl says these drugs are devastatingly addictive. Yes, they are. And that addiction will drive the addicts to feed that addiction by any means necessary. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, Dottie. And when you build up a tolerance for this thing, you're always upgrading. Like it's like, even people using cocaine, everybody's they're chasing the same high. They're chasing the next high. And once you build up tolerance, you've been taking this amount of it. It's like, okay, this not doing it. You want to step it up. And I don't know. We will never know. We will never know the facts, the details of it. Some of them were just, all right, we're smoking weed. Now we're doing this. And now we're trying that. It's just, every time it's just scaling up. Christopher Williams is saying, wow, 7 pills, yeah, in the body cavity. In the trying to sneak it in the jails. I need to find that video. David, we know you take it only a leave now and then. Yes. Path Guy says, when I was training, fentanyl was only used in cancer patients. Exactly. Like in almost terminal. Path Guy says, is it ketamine? I don't think that's ketamine. Ketamine, it's something else they're doing with ketamine. No, ketamine is not the drug that I'm trying to think of that they're lacing the fentanyl with. But ketamine is kind of interesting too, though. They use that like for when you have to go into anesthesia. Y'all ever had surgery or any type of procedure, tonsils or anything like that? When you go in, they always tell you count backwards from 10 or something like that, and you fall asleep, and the next thing you know is you waking up like hours and hours later. The ketamine, it helps you like not remember. It causes amnesia. So you would not remember anything that happened like during the whole process. You could probably wake up during surgery. You would not remember it. Ketamine is kind of exotic. Christopher Williams says, right. Henry says, because I want your opinion. It's your channel. I'm here for your thoughts. Those are my thoughts, Henry. I'm going to tell it. I mean, that's what I think. Christopher Williams says again, guys, likes up. Get the likes up. Boy, I'm streaming with y'all on a good Saturday night. I can't hardly keep up with what day of the week it is because you know what? I work today to 6 o'clock. Truth. Dottie Girl says hip hop culture, drill rap in particular. I don't know drill rap. I'm getting old. Has a lot to do with glamorizing drug taking in the young. Yes, they do. Percocet. Molly Percocet. Chase a chick. Never chase it. Okay. Yeah. Henry says, good to know we're on the same page. I mean, that's what I think about that. Because it's all a risk. And like I said, any drug could be used. It could turn into a poison. So just say no. Don't purchase your drugs on the street. Get your pills from somebody who let me Chris we said shoots, Thank y'all for stopping by tonight. Pat Guy says fentanyl is quite powerful and addictive, about 100 times that of morphine. I should have the visuals. They have like just a little powder on like a pencil tip, a tip of a pencil, like pencil lead. Like that's how much, like I'm telling y'all, even like I said, in the patches, it's micrograms, like seriously, micrograms, where you're taking milligrams of every other drug. This is in micrograms in a patch. Y'all, how these drugs are made, like it's so sophisticated. It's so sophisticated. It's like, wow, man, you gotta have like some serious brainiac powder, like a beautiful mind. Survivor Larry says, why is it the medical industry moving from treating symptoms to holistic treatment? That's what is conditioning us for taking. It seems like it's an agenda to get us hooked on prescription meds. I'm gonna tell you something, Survivor Larry. Now you coming over here talking, my kind of talk, because I am a conspiracy theorist, but I can't do too much of that on my channel. I gotta keep PC, but here. Okay. The mortgage boss, she says, hey, yeah, I know I had the bars. Yes. So what else, guys? So should I? Okay, I don't know if y'all want to come up or not. And I should not have dropped this link, but I kind of don't. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if y'all want to come up, ask me some questions, and really, I just wanted to kind of give y'all a little update, to talk a little bit with y'all about this fentanyl situation. It's not really prevalent in the African American community, but we kind of mixing and mingling, guys, and everything, and we in here together. So it's just best to be informed about everything that's going around you. Your kids, their friends, or even some of your crazy grown adult friends. They doing crazy things, like just taking these pills on the street. Like, it's just dangerous, guys, and we want y'all here, so let's make good choices. So, Survivor Larry says, I understand. Christopher Williams says, great show. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Christopher Williams. Henry was there. He says, you should cover the drugs in Aaron Carter's system when he died. Aaron Carter and all of the Carter children. I'm pretty sure. He probably had fentanyl, cocaine. He probably had morphine. He probably had heroin. He probably had that. Probably had Xanax. Probably had everything you could think of in his system, because he looked like he was. And you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, whatever. Hollywood child actors, they got, long running history of all kind of drug use. All of it. Quaaludes. Who even knew Quaaludes was still out? When they started talking about the Quaaludes and Bill Cosby, so I'm like, Quaaludes? It's a Schedule 1 drug. Like, Quaaludes? Who's doing that? Here we say somebody hit the link. Y'all can hit the link or don't hit the link. Y'all, I can understand people don't want to come up talking about things like this tonight, but I just wanted to go ahead and kind of go and get caught up on what's been going on around. I'm gonna do another video, probably on a little bit more controversial topics like the abortion pill and what they have going on with that. I'll go back to y'all, Manjaro and y'all Ozempic, and y'all want to talk about the celebrities, because they have a lot of celebrities taking the Manjaro. They are taking it and they're losing their weight and they're having the Manjaro face, and I don't think they care. Whatever that is, because they're looking like they lost a lot of weight in a short period of time. But you gotta get how you live, because I ain't out here judging. One thing about me, whatever you're doing for yourself and your happiness, do your thing. That's how I go. Henry says, you can request a toxicology report. It's public record. You know what, Henry? You need to get on that for me, because evidently, you good at that kind of stuff, because you killing over there on your channel. Y'all check out Henry Resilient. Check out Henry Resilient. He's a YouTuber. He's in a mastermind. Y'all check him out. Henry got a lot of good stuff going on over there on his channel. He is celebrity divorces, who are people not divorced, were they never married. Common law. Texas is weird. So y'all check out Henry. Y'all check out the mortgage boss. Check her out, Survivor Larry. Y'all check her out. Also check us out on the My Unsolicited Opinion podcast, where you can find me, the mortgage boss, and Square Biz. We over there. We talking about our outside of work, activities, and just relationships. And really, we giving y'all rich auntie vibes. And y'all don't hate on the aunties. Don't do that. But yes, Henry says he's over there editing right now. So y'all check out his channel while we all up here on a good Saturday night. I want to thank y'all for joining me. But tell me again, y'all. So, okay, in the chat, y'all, put a one if you think the dealer should be charged with murder, homicide, manslaughter, whatever the legal term is. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm gonna say put a 2 in the chat. I don't want to victim blame, but put a 2 in the chat if you don't think the dealer is responsible. Blame the dealer, put 2. If you blame the dealer, if you think the dealer gotta be responsible, if he out here selling the product on the street, he need to know what he's selling. He need to let the buyer know, hey, look, this here's some new, okay? Now, I don't know what you tried already because I'm not a pharmacist, but if you want to try this fentanyl, it's not like regulated by the DEA. It hasn't gone through any checkpoints. You know, my homeboy that was measuring all that, he didn't have any scales. At least he didn't have any that could measure micrograms. So it's all a little, flaky, right? If you think he got to be responsible for his product, he want to be distributing out here to the people in the street. He's taking their money. If you think he's responsible, put 1. If you think that, he shouldn't just be selling drugs. Let's see. Christopher Williams says, thanks for this. And I don't have the podcast link. I need to get that. Christopher Williams says 2. He says, don't blame him. It's not the dealer's fault. Henry says 2. Survivor Larry says 2. Genevieve says 2. Henry says Canada has drug testing stations, I think. I better get that in the lock zone. Dottie says 1. You need to be liable for that. You out here selling drugs on the street, somebody dies, that's it. It's on you. That's kind of how they do on the drug shows, though, right? Do they do that? If somebody got some bad product out here and a lot of people are dying, how does that work? We need some legal advice. Hey, and everything I'm telling y'all tonight is for informational purposes only. Path Guy says, if you're selling this stuff, you need to let these people know what they're getting. You're taking their money. It's on you. Now, if you got your drugs out of these tires, out of these body cavities, out of the prison system that's coming from China, Mexico, and India, there are people that come in the pharmacy, guys. They could be just picking up regular drugs like some blood pressure medicine or diabetes medication. They want to know where the drug was made. And that could be annoying sometimes, but I can understand. They're like, hey, where's that stock bottle at? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Where's the stock bottle? The bottle that, that we get, that it comes in from the manufacturer. They want to know, where's this drug made? Who's the manufacturer? I'm like, okay, this is it. It says it came from blah, blah, blah. No, but is that where it was actually produced? I'm like, this is where they packaged it up at. This is as far as I can go. I can't go back any further than that. But it's some people, they're like, hey, if it was made in this place, give me a different manufacturer. And if y'all don't have a different manufacturer, if y'all can only get this one, I'm going to transfer my prescription somewhere else. That people do, they do that. They do that for real. So if you're getting your fake drugs getting smuggled in from these places, y'all need to be careful. Path Guy says exactly. So if you're doing things like that, so Survivor Larry says the people manufacturer has to be fully responsible and liable. And that's the difference between purchasing on the street and getting it through, the proper chain. Because if anything is wrong, any part of this thing during inspection, during FDA process, and during our good faith dispensing process as pharmacists, you can point the finger at somebody have to pay for it. But right now on the streets, is it gonna turn into a thing where okay, we're gonna charge this drug dealer with this? What are they gonna do? They're gonna pass the blame on to the person they got it from? I saw something where they said the DEA saying they were gonna take on the cartels. Y'all believe that? Do y'all believe it? I don't know if I believe it. They said they're gonna take on the cartels. Do y'all watch Snowfall? On Snowfall, Franklin and them was doing that kind of stuff, and where the drugs and the money and the guns and stuff. They say allegedly. I don't know. Down on them. They said they were. Path Guy says, just as a pharmaceutical company is responsible for the defects and bad batches of their drugs, especially if there are side effects, somebody got to be responsible. And it might end up being like that with these street drugs. So if you want to, you taking a risk anyway, selling drugs, of course, but you really got, well, it's poison, period. Right? So I guess they don't care. They're like, it's poison. It's poison anyway. If you're buying drugs off the street, you're buying poison. If you're buying crack, how do that? Anyway, yeah, but as a pharmacist, we do need to know like what's going on in the streets, okay? Because people come in there trying to play games with us, and we need to be like street savvy and know terminology. Christopher says, no, I don't believe that. Here's that Snowfall is fire. It is. It's a good show. I love that show. Did they just have last season? I need to watch it. Or is it on right now? I'm missing a lot of TV. He says, ain't no alleged. Henry, you know what? Every time you come over here, Christopher says the cartel powerful. They are. Like, it's intoxicating. Dottie Girl says the drug cartel. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of other, people just need to be careful when they just purchasing their drugs on the street. I would recommend not doing anything like that. And just guys, be careful because you don't know what you're getting when you're out here purchasing drugs on the street. So let's not buy drugs on the street. Know that this fentanyl it is a big deal, and it's really like the young, like the teenagers. They, like I said, they're buying it on Snapchat. Like they sending emojis, and they're like getting in touch with dealers, and then they're getting these pills, and then it's over, and then their mom crying on TV saying somebody murdered the child. But it's like we gotta talk to these kids. Like, don't do it. It's just say no. And it sounds corny, but that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But anyway, guys, if there is nothing else, guys, I have enjoyed you guys tonight. I'm going to try to get on here a little bit more often to, kind of give you guys updates on, what we're doing, retail pharmacy, if we got the drugs in stock, not the narcotics, because, I can get in trouble for that. But everything else that people are looking for, I'm trying to do some of this celebrity updates and things like that and review some of these old celebrity cases and let you guys know. We could talk a little bit more about how drugs actually work on the body. We could talk a little bit more about drugs that can be used together, side effects, drug interactions. We can get a little bit deeper into it when, we're talking about case. But tonight, just giving you general information about, just about the fentanyl and the crisis that's going on and what's going on, who's taking it, who's doing it, how they're getting it, the names of them, just keep you guys abreast of what's going on right now in these streets. So if there's nothing else, thank you guys. Give me the hand clap. Dottie says, facts. Yeah, facts. Henry says, that would be a great stream. All the secret codes people use to buy drugs. In the pharmacy. He was like, y'all sell bars? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, can I get some? I said, do you have a prescription? He's looking at me like, no. I'm like, no. So get out of here. Bars, Xanax bars. If I want 2 milligrams, keep them in the safe. Path Guy says, I appreciate your wise input on this kind of stuff. Thank you, Path Guy. I'm going to try to share some of this information. I got a little bit up in here somewhere. Well, I actually got a lot. I've been a pharmacist almost 10 years now, guys. And really the whole time I wanted to be a pharmacist, I just, took the scenic right. Sometimes people got to live a little life first. Thanks, Survivor Larry's. It's an awesome stream. Path Guy said, I see Xavier in the background. Yeah, I went to Xavier for pharmacy school. I went to Southern and Baton Rouge for undergrad. But yes, I am a Xavier Wright and a Southern Knight. I'm from Louisiana. I'm a Louisiana girl to my core. Henry say, you know what those boys are. Yep, you know it. Christopher says, we need to hear more of your experience. Oh, I got plenty of stories. Plenty. And I'm just getting more material every day that I go to work. So, guys, I will be sharing more about my experiences. And if you, in the meantime, you can check out some of my shorts. Y'all make sure y'all like this stream, subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to spending a little bit more time with you guys here on the live stream where we can interact and we can talk live and in person. But until next time, these prescriptions, mortgage balls try to the ag and pride. All right, A&T. Till next time, guys. These prescriptions, they keep piling up, and these phones, they never stop ringing. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.